Most of our interpretations of the Bible begin with a focus on the first 6 books of the Bible, from Genesis to Joshua. These Hebrew texts are sometimes called the books of Moses. Shomerei Hamashal Institute also interprets the New Testament. The foundation of the New Testament interpretation is the book of Hebrews. In this short presentation, we'll explain our method of New Testament interpretation. Please be sure to view the other videos that explain how we do what we do so that you can understand the big picture of how to interpret the Bible. Let's begin by reviewing some concepts we introduced in other videos. In our video Interpretation of the Bible, we said that the correct way to interpret the Bible is by beginning with a comprehensive interpretation of the first 6 books. That's Genesis to Joshua. It has the word structures that are essential to fixing the interpretation of the Bible so that all other interpretation can be made with high confidence. We also said that Shomerei Hamashal Institute's interpretation of the books of Moses follows the best scholarship available. The interpretation of Hebrew and Gentile interpreters like Milgram and Coates will have very little difference from what we teach. On the other hand, the same cannot be said for some Christian interpreters of the books of Moses. Their interpretation method is to interpret the New Testament and then interpret the books of Moses accordingly. In our video, The Light Garment, we showed a typical example of how an incorrect method of interpretation leads to a false interpretation. This backward interpretation from the New Testament to the Old Testament has caused some to believe that animal skins were given to Adam and his woman in the Garden of Eden, that animals received sins transferred from humans at Mount Sinai, and that Jesus died as a substitute for the sacrificial animal. This teaching is demonstrably false and leads to a false interpretation of the New Testament. Did you know that almost 700 verses from the Old Testament are quoted in the New Testament? Virtually all of the New Testament writers were Hebrews who understood the teachings of Moses. They based their understanding of the teaching of Jesus Christ on the Old Testament and could explain their understanding of Jesus Christ and his Father by these Old Testament writings. Shomerei Hamashal Institute uses the same methodology to interpret the New Testament. This is a diagram from Shomerei Hamashal Institute's interpretation of Hebrews chapter 6. Mr. Ray Burkett, one of Shomerei's interpreters and teachers of the New Testament, coined the phrase chiastic reflection principle to describe our method of New Testament interpretation. Before Jesus' crucifixion and death, he follows Torah. Before his death, he sets up the transformation from the priesthood of Aaron to a new priesthood, the priesthood of Melchizedek. His life and death show the transformation of these two priesthood types. The principles are the same as what we see in the books of Moses. A chiastic reflection occurs within the Hebrew text and on a grander scale in the books of Genesis to Joshua. We see its center in Exodus chapter 33. Each of the two structures, the books of Moses and the New Testament, have the same chiastic reflection principle that govern the word structure. It's easy and straightforward to see these reflections in the books of Moses, and it's straightforward to see them in the New Testament too. The books that describe Jesus' life are called Gospels. The books that describe time after his death are called epistles. The Gospels pivot from Torah and the priesthood of Aaron to the eternal principles Jesus' teachings explain. For example, by using the chiastic reflection principle, the differences between the baptism of John and the baptism of Jesus can be interpreted. We hope this short video will help you understand our approach to the New Testament book of Hebrews. It's not possible to get answers to all of the many questions you might have about this subject in a short video like this. If you would like more information, contact us at our website and text us any question you might have.